The framework represents the basis for each metal ceramic restoration. Properly fabricated master models and mounting the restoration into an average value articulator are the business card for every laboratory. The upper and lower models are carefully mounted into the Stratus 300 using a split cast and magnet. The removable dies are marked with a graphite-free pencil in the marginal area. If required, a spacer is applied. The wax coping is fabricated. Excess material is removed and the accuracy of fit is checked. For crown and bridge frameworks, a retention in the area of the pontic has to be applied in the press-on metal technique. Here are some examples. Possibilities for a retention made of, for example, a wax wire with a diameter of 1 to 1.5 millimeters. Advantages of the retentions. 1. Ideal as cooling fins in the casting technique. 2. Retention of improved fixation in the investment material during the press-on procedure. 3. Handling aid for further processing. The retention should be carefully removed without overheating, not earlier than after glaze firing. First, wax is applied to the cervical margins. Subsequently, the framework is modeled in a reduced supporting shape. It is recommended to fabricate a complete wax-up and to provide a silicone key to check the space. The waxed-up framework should allow an even layer thickness of the veneering ceramic. The chewing forces should be supported by the framework rather than by the veneering ceramic. For optimum fit, apply again wax to the cervical areas and remove excess. Once the wax-up is completed, the available space is checked in the Stratus. Subsequently, sufficiently dimensioned casting pairs are applied. Carefully remove the wax framework from the dies. Weigh, note down the weight, and place it on the investment ring base. The wax framework has to be positioned above the heat center. Subsequently, mount the silicone ring carefully on the investment ring base. The silicone ring has to sit flush on the ring base. The phosphate-bonded investment material, PCT Flex Vest, is mixed according to the instructions for use. First, cast the cavity with a suitable instrument. Then, fill the investment ring with investment material and let it set without manipulation. Afterwards, remove the ring base and push it carefully out of the silicone ring. Slightly roughen the bottom of the investment ring. Place the investment ring in the preheating furnace with the opening facing down. The ceramic crucible is preheated in the same way. Weigh the alloy. Once the investment ring and the ceramic crucible have been sufficiently preheated, the ceramic crucible is placed into the casting unit with the alloy, which had been weighed before. The alloy is melted with a flame using a coordinated mixture of gas and oxygen. Once the casting temperature has been reached, the investment ring is removed from the preheating furnace, put into the casting unit, and cast. The hot crucible and investment ring are placed on the cooling grid to be cooled to room temperature. After complete cooling, rough divestment is carried out using tongs. For fine divestment, glass polishing beads are used. Carefully sandblast the framework. The fit of the framework is checked on the dies. If required, rough spots are removed by means of small grinding instruments. After metal finishing, the wall thickness of single crowns must be at least 0.3 millimeters and 0.5 millimeters for bridge abutments. The fit is checked again. Cut the sprues above the attachment points using a separating disc. Finish the entire framework and check the available space. Finish the surface in one direction only using tungsten carbide
Fräsen oder keramisch gebundenen Schleifkörpern bearbeiten. Überprüfung der Passung auf den Stümpfen und einem spannungsfreien Sitz auf dem Meistermodell. Die Platzverhältnisse werden im Stratos kontrolliert. Sorgfältig mit dem empfohlenen Aluminiumoxid strahlen, mit Dampfstrahler reinigen, trocknen und nach den Angaben des Legierungsherstellers im Programmat oxidieren. Die Oxidschicht sollte gleichmäßig sein. Bei Ungleichmäßigkeiten muss das Gerüst nochmals bearbeitet und neu oxidiert werden.